had just barely sat down when I realized he was sitting up and his tea glass had been filled, so I knew he'd been up. It's like all of it hit me at one time. And when I left this house, the bird was beside him. And all I could think is he got up and sat down on her. It's been, I got those mornings like, okay, this little lady here was over by the window. I haven't clipped her wings in a while. So she flew a while ago. About 10 minutes ago, she flew. Me and Libra were watching a movie, watching a Hallmark movie, an old one. I wanted to just concentrate on this house this morning because I'd done so much out there and sort of neglected in here. And then the little, Katee's everywhere, and I just wanted to just pull the house together. I'm gonna tell y'all, let me get some feed for her real quick. She needs food. Hold on one second. Okay, so I got up this morning before him, come down here. I managed to clean off the table beside my chair. I got a basket. Let me move over here a little bit and show y'all. I got a basket and I put my breathing treatment, the nebulizer in it, along with a couple of the little tubes that I use, the stuff that you use in the nebulizer. Here you go, Ladybug. Anyway, I just was going to concentrate on the house. So when I got up, I gave Katee her bottle and I put her and Jensen and Honey. Well, I actually took them all out and let them off the porch to go do their morning business. And then I gave her her bottle on the porch. Then when they got done, I called them and then they were all on the front porch. And it was cold still this morning. Not horribly cold, and it's beautiful out there now. But it was cool this morning. So about 10 minutes after I left them out there, I went and looked out the window where Jensen and Katee are curled up in that big fuzzy pink dog bed that I have on the front porch. They're both curled up in it. Honey's in one of the little brown ones. They're actually kennel beds, so their little sides are only about this tall. But she was curled up in one of them. And those are the things I leave out there for the cats. Although the pink big fuzzy thing was Chia's. And it always sort of sat over in the corner over there by my the hutch with my quilts in it. It just laid there on the floor because that's where she tended to, sort of after she ate, but we were all still in the living room, she would go over there. And she doesn't want to be messed with by Honey and Jensen. They're very active, and she is, she's not like that no more. She likes kids, but she don't like that bouncy stuff that they do. So she just would make herself comfortable in that bed over there. Okay, so anyway, right now it's on the front porch. Got a tad bit of a headache too. So I let her out because I was in the cleaner cage, and I put her over there on the little limb up by the window. She was happy. Now she's telling me something. Come here. You coming out? Come on. She was telling me something. So go ahead if you want to get up there. Oh, you want on top of your cage? Yes. So anyway, she was over there. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting here. Levi had breakfast. We had Honey Nut Cheerios for breakfast. And we were sitting here. He laid back on the couch. And he put his head down here at this end. He don't normally put his head at this end, but he put his head at this end. And we're watching a Hallmark movie. And all of a sudden, she flies. And she comes and she lands by his feet. So she's on the far end of the couch because he's put his head at this end. And I said, watch your feet, don't kick her. And he goes, I'm not going to kick her. And within just a few minutes, now I've been done outside chores, and I know I probably have black on my face because I dyed my hair last night, and I had black everywhere. Anyway, I had already done morning chores, and all of a sudden, Sam, my sheep, Sam is looking in the front door at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go out. Well, Sam's on the porch. Jensen and Honey are on the porch. Katie's on the porch. And I'm like, no, and I'm just like, how the heck? So we all go off the porch at the far end, and I start walking. Sam's following me. I don't know where the Huntingtons just run. Katie's running along behind me. Sam's in front of me. I'm coaxing him to the deck, so up the side of the house. I open the porch door, the door to the deck. So now he's in that closed-in room. But while I'm going down the steps, I see Gimli is over by the burn pile in the front yard. I'm like, oh, come on, they're all out. I don't know how they're all out. I do know that Breeze 2 were in my patch again this morning. They literally had breakfast with my goats this morning. So I don't know. And I'm thinking, I hope those two aren't teaching mine any bad habits, because mine already have enough bad habits. But now they're out. It was my fault. When I went into Molly's stall to pour her feed, Bree's 2 goats were there, and you know, they don't know me, so they were not afraid of the no and the shaking at them and a stick swinging at them. They weren't afraid. And I ended up leaving Molly's, that red little gate that I go through, I left it unlocked when I chased them out. And I never locked it back. So at some point, Sam and Gimli had come into the yard, into the backyard. And then from the backyard, you know, I told y'all, I started calling Minky Sable. I opened Sable's our old Akita. She passed away when she was 16. Anyway, I'd opened the gate, that Dutch door that's on the side of the garage, the old barn. I'd opened that so Minky would have a place to go if it rained, because she's not in her pen no more because the goat's in there. Okay, so all they did was manage to come under the trampoline and through the garage and then made it to the front yard. Praise God, it was them two in the front yard. Frodo was still Frodo was playing with Minky under the trampoline. So once I'm on the back deck, I got half a can of food, Molly's food. Shake a can, shake a can, shake a can. Everybody follows me. Gimli follows. Sam follows. I go to the cyclone fence gate, the chain link gate at the corner. I dump it over because by then all the goats have come and Molly's come at the gate. So I dump it over so they'll move a little ways, and I open the gate and they run out. Okay, praise God. Shut that. I come down here and I shut Molly's gate. All's well. I come back in the house and I tell Levi, I sit down for a second. I said, I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to take a headache. So I've got a little touch of a headache. I'm going to take a headache pill. And then I said, I'm going to get on out. I called Daniel about something. What I want Daniel to do. I've got to get Katee out of the house. She's 18 days old today. She has such a good time outside. And she will come in at night. There will be no keeping her at night outside. She will come in at night. And when I make her bottle in the mornings, she's going to go out the back door with me. I'm going to feed her bottle on the back porch. I'm going to then go out and do my morning stuff like I normally do. And when I'm done with morning and she's run around the yard, I'm going to put her in her own little yard. So what I'm going to do, y'all all know the duck house that I built out there by the pond. You guys that have been with me since the beginning, y'all know the duck house I built. It's supposed to be for ducks when they were little, and then maybe mamas with their babies. That's not happened since I've got it. So that was just a house that's out there wasted. It's got metal all the way around the bottom so nothing can dig in. It's got wire around the top, and then it's got the roof. It's completely closed in. Now, if I had a storm or something, I'd probably go get her out of that. But what I'm going to do is get Daniel to get his tractor, and hopefully we can lift it with his forks. He says he can. I don't know if he can. If not, we may have to, I don't know, we might have to take one sheet of metal off, like one end, and wrap a chain and drag it. I hope that's not the case because I don't want it torn up. And I don't know where else to put it besides in the yard. And I was thinking over here in the corner underneath the light that there's a pole, there's a tall 12-foot pole with the 2 floodlights on it right before you go into Minky's yard. If I could put it right there, I could build some kind of little yard around it so she can come out into grass and go back in and sleep in shade under it. That's a shady area anyway over there. I think that, I felt like something was climbing on me. I guess come in from outside, but no, I don't see it. Maybe it was just, oh, my pocket. My pocket, and my nightgown has little pockets. I think this is probably a moo-moo. I use it as a nightgown. Anyway, my pocket has a hole in it, and it's a ravel. And it was rubbing my leg. You know, it makes you think there's a bug on you. Okay, so I come in, and I had just barely sat down when I realized he was sitting up, and his tea glass had been filled, so I knew he'd been up. It's like all of it hit me at one time. And when I left this house, the bird was beside him. And all I could think is he got up and sat down on her. I was like, get up, you're sitting on Rosie, get up. And my mom was like, please, please. And he goes, I'm not sitting on her. I'm not, you know, he's so monotone. And he goes, he kept saying, she's there. And I kept looking at the window, and she's not back in the window. And I said, get up. He goes, finally, he said, she's on her cage. And I look over, and she was hanging on the door. And I'm thinking, I was really scared that he had sat on her. He sat on a kitten one time. Yeah, it did. Yeah, because that's why I said we got to make sure, you know, like when they're babies, we have to baby proof for them. It's not baby proofing for them, it's baby proofing against Levi, because he's just, you know, he just walks in and sits. He don't look, and he did. So we lost the kitten because of him once for that stuff. So I was freaking out, like he even sat on her, and please let her still be alive, and all these things are going through my head, and she had already come to her cage. She's sitting on the door of it right now. No, you didn't sit on her, praise God. She's still here. Panic attack because I thought he had sat on her. Sat on little Rosie. Little Rosie would have been a patty. Levi, what you think? You want to show everybody what Mama picked you up yesterday? What you got on your feet? I got the cutest things. This video is going to be so long. I got the cutest things yesterday. Me and Mom took the rental car back. She's got a light in her car, an engine light on, and she took it up and dropped it off, and they gave, not a rental, it was a courtesy car. We took it back because they're having to order that part, but they said her car is not going to do anything. It's going to run fine, and when the part gets there, she can go back with her car. So she had this car for 2 days, and we took it back yesterday morning, and when we came back, she said she wanted to stop at Goodwill to see if there's any throw pillows, because she don't like the big ones on her couch. So that's fine. So we're having such a good time at Goodwill, just me and Mom, just moseying around looking at things. Goodwill plays the best music. Anyway, I don't know why I said that, but they do. I found 4 really cool pillows. They're over there. I don't know if you can see through the cage. They're yellow. They're sort of they're basically paisley. Their color is a mustard yellow, but then they've got some golds and some oranges and some reds, but it's very, very light. And I thought those would be pretty on my couch, mixed in with the sunflower stuff. And then I found something that's so cute. Let me go get it. It's a drunk Molly. And it says fresh wine, and it was said fresh milk and then wine, and she scratched out milk. It is a wine bottle holder. I don't drink wine, and I don't have wine bottles, but I have somewhere in this house, stuck somewhere, is an oil and vinegar, and it looks like a wine bottle. So I told Mom, I said, it's a wine bottle. And Mom goes, I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. What would you put in there? Flowers? I'm like, well, no, it's a wine, Mama. It's wine. But I loved it. She just needs freckles on her nose and she would be my Molly. I don't know what. Here. Let's just use this. This is how could this little Coke bottle? It would just sit down in there like that. Anyway, I told Mom, I said, I think I'll just start using, I'll fill up I think I actually stopped using it and I stored it somewhere because it was too pretty. Had the little cork thing in the top with the little straw thing that sticks out. And you just sort of shake it, then drizzle. I had one forever sitting right over there by the stove, and I guess I finally decided I don't use it enough, but I'll use it again just to, oh, you can't turn it upside down unless it has a full lid on it. Well, I'll put a lid on it. But regardless, this was just adorable, and I couldn't pass it up with Molly on it. And then, like I said, I got those 4 pillows, and then I found him when we were headed to the little checkout. You know, any of you guys that's ever been in Goodwill, they put all the shoes and stuff up top. These were brand new. They had never been worn. Still had the tag on them. I just took the tag off a while ago and sat it somewhere. Anyway, Levi, put your foot, hold on. He got him some Santa slippers. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
The minute I come in the door with them behind my back and I took them out and showed him, he wanted them on. And when I was doing a little bit, oh, he's got something else over there he picked out. Why don't you get what you got? He didn't pick this out at Goodwill. He got this at Walmart the day before. Get her up. Pick her up. He said this would make him happy. Yeah. He is too spoiled rotten. He got him a little rabbit. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, let's get something small. And he goes, I like this. It will make me happy. How do you tell a child no when they say it'll make them happy? Although I think he knows that already.